Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time for another requested video on a perfume note, and it's the turn of Neroli today. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes, fragrances. Check out my hundreds of other videos. I have so many now, and do subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Do show your support and subscribe. So Neroli, not something that everyone knows what it is. So basically the bitter orange tree is a very useful tree when it comes to perfumes. So the leaves and the sort of branches and twigs from the tree give us the perfume ingredient petitgrain. Of course, the bitter orange is also used in fragrances, both the sort of peel and, you know, the juice itself. And Neroli are essentially the white coloured floral blossoms that come from the tree. So 3 different ways it contributes towards perfume, so very useful. Thank you, Mr. Bitter Orange Tree. And Neroli is a beautiful fresh citrusy smell. It's of course like that fresh citrusiness, but it also has a warmth to it, like a honeyed warmth, and of course that greenness from like coming from nature. And a little known fact, the actual name Neroli is also the name of a small town in Italy, quite near Rome, and that's where it came from. The story is that a princess there loved the smell of all the trees so much, and she had the flowers distilled to make perfume oil that was used in lots of things, and I think cooking as well, and that's why it's named Neroli after that town. So it is a I guess originally not from Europe, so coming from the Middle East like a lot of citrus and fragrance notes do, but very common and grown in a lot of places in Italy, like a lot of citruses are now. So let's get into the perfumes. So one of a new perfume from Zara actually that just came out last year is a really affordable Neroli. I was really impressed with it. It's called Fleur de Orange, and it's Neroli and orange blossom. So it's a really warm honey citrus, and I found that this lasted on me longer than like Jo Malone perfumes do, and there were a few in the range, and out of all of them it was this one that lasted the longest, which was surprising considering it's a citrus perfume. And I think it's about £20, £25 for the full size 100ml, and there are smaller ones, and it was just such good value, so good for lasting. This beautiful fresh orange, and I just thought it was an absolute brilliant purchase, like great value for money. So do check that out if you're near a Zara. The Elie Saab range of exclusive perfumes, not sold everywhere. Their number 7 is all about Neroli. Now this is a slightly musky Neroli, and it also has woody undertones, so it's more like demure, sensitive Neroli rather than the sharpness of a citrus. It's more the warmth of a woody Neroli, but it's quite strong, so it's quite good for lasting. It's quite good projection. They're all quite good quality in this Elie Saab range, so not one that we hear about that much, but it's actually a beautiful smell. Hermes have their Eau de Neroli D'Or, which comes in this really fun bright bottle with really cool branding. I really like it. This is Neroli and bitter orange, so all about that tree. So very fresh, sharp, bitter orangey Neroli. So a nice classy Hermes, of course, very high-end brand. Very nice way of getting Neroli there. Back to a more affordable option, Clinique in their My Happy range have a really nice fresh Neroli one. It comes in the turquoisey bottle, and I think these are quite small mil, but I think they're about £15, so they're very much sort of to carry around in your handbag. And this is Neroli, African orange flower, orange, and then it has some like cardamom and oriental notes underneath, but predominantly it's a fresh orange Neroli smell, so quite uplifting, quite spring summer, and the kind of thing that you could carry around with you and just use to sort of zest up and refresh during the day. From the Prada infusions range, they have Infusion Dar Orange, and I think this is my favourite from that range. It's very orangey, Again, they've used Orange Blossom and Neroli, so it has a very warm and hugging orange scent. It's really, really nice. I think maybe this came out as a limited edition and then it was so popular they brought it back as a permanent edition. And I think they've done that with quite a lot of these Infusion range. Let me know if you want a video on them. But it's quite aquatic, it's quite fresh, but it has this dominance Orange Blossom Neroli smell, so it's quite a classy way of getting Neroli. It's not bitter or sharp, it's very warm, pretty petal Neroli. Of course, Aqua Allegoria has to feature here from Guerlain, and they have their Neroli Bianca, which again is Neroli Orange Blossom and Bitter Orange here. So this is quite a fun, zesty, sharp fragrance, that bitter orange coming through with the Neroli, but definitely one for someone who just wants it to be, you know, all about those citrus fragrances. It doesn't have any sort of other random notes in there, no oriental, no nothing. It's just all different like floral citruses and then the bitter orange as well. So it's probably the purest bittery orange Neroli that you're going to be able to find. It's kind of like couldn't be more in that way, if that makes sense. So that is probably your truest Neroli. Another very, very true orangey Neroli is the Velvet Sublime from the Dolce & Gabbana limited range. Again, these are quite expensive, but you do get what you pay for in that it's all Neroli, orange, African orange flower and orange. So this is like orange version of Neroli. So if you prefer that to where they've mixed it with more lemony scents and you prefer that warmth of an orange, then this is a orangey Neroli and nothing else again, so very pure. A new fragrance I wanted to throw in here was Mangal's Bloom of Rose, which has just come out. Now, this is quite different to the others in the range. It's very citrusy and fresh with rose petals underneath. So there is still lavender in, like there is in the other Mangal's, but this, it's not dominant at all. Instead, it's this fresh citrus Neroli and then these delicate rose notes, like the light, fresh rose notes. So it's very zesty and pretty, but it has this floral element to it that a lot of these other ones I'm mentioning don't. So if you do like your delicate rose scent, then this is a nice way of getting a citrus rose. Of course, Tom Ford have their Neroli Portofino, which has, again, citrus notes, Neroli, orange blossom, African orange flower again, you know, mandarins, lemons, oranges, all the citruses. And then in the dry down, it gets quite aromatic with some jasmine, lavender. So as it dries down, it becomes a little bit more masculine. But in the initial spray, all you get is this fresh, citrusy, like every citrus note they could find, they literally have thrown in here. So it couldn't be more citrusy. So you can't really pick out one particular note from another. It's just very, very citrusy. And then it dries down to become a little bit more complicated. Le Labo have their Neroli scent. So this is actually not really fully Neroli in my opinion. It's also very orange flower as well. Orange blossom, sorry, and it also has vanilla in, so I actually really like this because it makes it a little bit more complex than just having it all about citrus. With that sweetness of the vanilla, it's fresh, it's a little bit more interesting than a lot of the other ones, which are very clean, simple scent. This has a bit of rose in, it also has tonka bean in, so it's one of my favorites from Le Labo because of all these like interesting sexy notes, as well as this fresh floral citrus on the top. Creed, of course, have their Neroli Sauvage. Now, I believe this is a unisex fragrance, but I think it's quite male. It is Neroli, lemons, citruses, very citrusy, like drinking lemon juice. But then it has ambergris in the base, which to me is a very male ingredient. So it has this slightly male Eau Sauvage, you know, the original Dior Eau Sauvage scents to it. But I know there are plenty of women that wear it. Just to me, it's a little bit male. Atelier Cologne have their Grand Neroli. Again, this is Neroli, it's lemon, and then it has some amber underneath. It has oat moss as well, so again, I find this slightly masculine. L'Occitane, of course, have not missed out on the Neroli side of things. Lots of Neroli must grow down in Provence, where L'Occitane's from. They have their Jasmine Immortale Neroli. So this is a very pretty feminine jasmine and neroli. So you get the citrus, it's got lemon in, but the jasmine brings out the floral element of neroli. I mean, it is of course a blossom, it is a flower. So even though it smells citrusy, it is slightly floral. So this is very feminine, very pretty. Can you imagine wearing this on a lovely, you know, day in Provence, and very 35 degrees, you know, really hot, and you'd spray this and just be like this fresh but very feminine French goddess. They also have their Neroli Orchid, which I really like. This has fig in, it has peach, it has orchid of course with the neroli. So this is a fruity lemon. This must be one of my favorite neroli perfumes because I love fruity scents and I love fig. So this is a nice way to sort of sweeten up and make it a bit more fun and interesting, a bit more fruity. So also quite affordable. So a good fruity lemony scent there. Jo Malone of course have their basil and neroli perfume, so if you like that very green sense that you get from a basil, then this has that mixed in with the lemony neroli. And the limited, special editions from Carolina Herrera also have a neroli scent, which is very pure neroli citrus, very fresh, but quite expensive considering it is just quite a plain citrus scent. And the same from Givenchy, they have a neroli original scent. This one has some like violet notes in. This one has some iris notes in and vanilla with the neroli. Personally, I wouldn't put iris and neroli together. I think they clash, but I just thought I'd throw this one in there just to let you know. So that's my rundown of neroli perfumes. I'm sure you have others that you'd want to add to the list, but basically it's a really nice fresh lemony blossomy perfume and very much like L'Occitane, Italy, south of France, like very hot climate type smell. So really pretty and something that is in lots of really beautiful perfumes. So yeah, so let me know which your favorites are, what you'd want to add. Do give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!